during their heated stare-down. Anthony Joshua delivered a fierce message to Jake Paul, making it unmistakably clear that he's entering this fight as a hardened veteran, not a celebrity trying to stay relevant. Joshua says his confidence is at an all-time high, stressing that years of championship-level experience can't be duplicated overnight. He explains that his training camp includes top-tier coaching, detailed technical work, and targeted preparation for every stylistic wrinkle Paul might attempt. To Joshua, this isn't just another booking. It's an opportunity to remind the world exactly who he is and to expose the gap between a social media star and a battle-tested heavyweight.
For some of the greatest coaches and greatest fighters in the world, because I have that hunger, that desire. Every time I've been knocked down or been in trouble when I was younger, came back 3 years later, got to the Olympics, get in trouble again before the Olympics, 3 years later, become world champion after 16 fights, win all the belts, get beat by Ruiz, come back and unify the division for the second time. It's just constantly drives my focus and my hunger to get better. So I'm going to be a tough man to break down 100% come December 19th, because I've been building myself over the last year. I ain't been sitting back. I've been...
This matchup also represents a major turning point for Joshua. The former unified champion and Olympic gold winner hasn't fought since suffering a knockout defeat to Daniel Dubois in September 2024. When announcing the bout, Joshua vowed complete ruthlessness, calling it a massive global event and promising to break the internet with the damage he plans to inflict. Meanwhile, Paul, sitting at 12-1 with 7 knockouts, mostly against lighter MMA fighters or mid-level opponents, insists that beating Joshua would silence every critic and potentially propel him into world title conversation.
Thank you for having me. Well, you got to give credit to Jake and his team. They reached out to me, to be fair. And it was a great opportunity for me. So it's an opportunity for me to fight. I wanted to take 12 years out, 12 months out of the game. And I'd done that. And then it was time to get back to work. So I was planning on fighting anyway. And actually, I would have been fighting this weekend if I had it my way. And this opportunity presented itself. And I said, yeah, why not? It's great. I think it's massive. It's colossal. It's making big news. We're bringing marketability together with ability. Those two worlds collide. You got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. And we're here in Miami. We're bringing Europe, Africa, Asia, Nigeria, the whole world together to watch this show on Netflix. It's going to be phenomenal. And that's how we ended up here, basically. Two guys that just want to...
The matchup is drenched in controversy. Many skeptics claim Joshua has far more to lose than to gain by facing Paul, who they argue hasn't earned the right to compete with elite heavyweights. Veteran analyst Johnny Nelson even said Joshua is boxed into a lose-lose scenario. If he blows Paul out, most will say it was predictable. If Paul pushes the fight into deeper rounds or makes it competitive, Joshua risks damaging his public perception and legacy.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua?
By far?
Yeah. Too easy.
Why did he take that fight?
I think he didn't have no opponents and he wanted to make Netflix happy, and I think he made a misstep. I think he was handling his career perfectly.
Yeah.
I think he would have beat Gervonta.
I think he would have beat Gervonta too.
But I think this is a big misstep. I think he let his ego get in from him and let the fans decide.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? Huh? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be serious. You can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So it's just...
Garcia has also weighed in, warning that a loss could reshape Jake Paul's entire trajectory. He notes that Joshua's punching power is severe enough to cause both physical and professional fallout. According to Garcia, a defeat wouldn't just sting. It could fundamentally change Paul's image, direction, and confidence. He stresses that preparation must be flawless because Joshua's size, timing, and precision present real danger every moment the fight is underway.
I think that this has been a misstep from Jake. I think he wanted to make his partners at Netflix a little too happy. And he's gonna walk into it. But like, look it, he loses to AJ. Where does he go from here? Like, who does he fight? You're gonna go back down to 135 after
The,
going
the
ahead
the
like
problem is not that he loses to AJ. The problem is the way he gonna lose to AJ might be life changing.
right.
You know, so
I mean,
that's the real issue.
it could be life changing in many ways, right? Physical,
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
See what he did in Nagano, you know? It's like, but then again, like if he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out.
Vetting even more tension. Former champion George Groves stirred controversy by saying the fight will look suspicious unless Joshua finishes Paul almost immediately. Groves suggested that anything short of a fast, violent stoppage, even within the opening half-minute, could ignite accusations of something being off.
Paul still trying to convince people that he's a legitimate boxer. He's not a legitimate boxer. You've picked someone who was a professional boxer, whose dad was a legend of professional boxing. You might as well pick someone from Love Island or something. He does make a mockery of boxing. He wants to fight a welterweight, then a heavyweight, then there's a featherweight. And ultimately, what he wants to do is not have a real fight. I think he genuinely believes he's a boxer. He's not.
At the same time, Joshua's camp is promising devastation. Promoter Eddie Hearn boldly predicted a stoppage within 4 rounds, claiming that once Joshua lands cleanly, Paul won't withstand the impact. Hearn argues this fight is essential for rebuilding Joshua's momentum and setting up a marquee clash in 2026, potentially against heavyweight icons such as Tyson Fury. The narrative surrounding Joshua is shifting once again toward high-stakes, top-tier matchups.
AJ versus Jake Paul. Not gonna lie, did not ever see this happening, like ever, ever, ever. So were you just as surprised when he agreed to do it as the world was?
Yeah, I mean, I had to deal with obviously knowing that it might happen, and then the contract coming through signed by Jake Paul, and I sort of looked at it, I was like, oh my god, he's done it. So yeah, look, I have to give him credit. I do think he's crazy. I think he's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Do you think Jake's crazy?
Yeah, I mean, totally. I mean, listen, for us, we received an offer that was massive money and a really easy fight. We were talking about fighting this week here in an 8-round fight. Now we're fighting in an 8-round fight for 40 times more money against Jake Paul. So I love the opportunity for AJ on so many levels. I think it's a straightforward fight, massive profile, you know, and especially in the US. So we can go back into 2026 all guns blazing with Turk Al-Sheikh and the plans to hopefully fight Tyson Fury. But in the meantime, we get to wrap our hands, go out there, build the profile a little bit, smash up Jake Paul, make a fortune, and on we go. So, yeah.
This bout, Joshua must wear smaller 10-ounce gloves, a modification intended to boost entertainment value while slightly moderating the power exchange. Analysts say that even with these gloves, the danger to Paul remains extreme. Joshua's knockout ability is well established, and the reduced padding might even increase the likelihood of a sudden finish. Though the glove size is a technical adjustment, it does nothing to erase the massive gap in strength, experience, and ring IQ, meaning every blow Joshua throws will carry serious consequences.